welcome back to another episode of Mommy and Through Life. It's your girl, Charmaine, and I am here on a mission to make sure that all single moms have everything that they need to create a life of purpose, a life of ease, and a life of enjoyment on this journey as a single mom. Today, I want to share with you 8 areas of your life that you should be setting goals in and prioritizing to live your best life and show up and be your best self. So keep watching. Area that you should be setting goals in is the area of health. And in this area, you should focus on how exactly it is that you want to feel, not necessarily what you want to do. How is it that you want to feel each and every day that you wake up? So that could be how much rest that you want to incorporate into your day, how much downtime, what are your eating habits, what things do you want to incorporate into your diet, and what are some of the things that you need to pull out of your diet. And also exercising. I know we all get into that place where we dread getting up, going through the motions to get there, but after we exercise, we 9 times out of 10, if not 10 times out of 10, feel a whole lot better after we've exercised. So one of my goals that I set in this area is to live well. And for me, some small things that I've incorporated into my regimen are getting at least 64 ounces of water in. I see a lot of, drink a gallon a day. I'm not there yet. You may be there, but if you're not, start off with 64 ounces. I have a water bottle. It's a 32-ounce bottle. And if I can get 2 of those in a day, I've achieved my goal. So taking those small steps, like getting your daily water intake in, can help you on the path of living well, because we know that if we focus on how we feel versus how we look, that is a formula for success. That is long-term versus short-term. The second area of life that I think that we should be setting goals in is your finances. Now, this is very key because we know we have those sayings, money is the root of all evil. Money, listen, at the end of the day, we need money, we need credit to live in this society. That's the reality. And if we're not checking for where we are, we're going to continue down this spiral of, getting into more debt, not having enough money, not knowing how much money we have. So it's very important that you set a monthly budget. It is that you're going to take care of with each paycheck to make sure that you are on top of your finances. It first starts with mindset. And there are a lot of gurus out here who have their different theories on and opinions on finances, but find what works for you. What works for this mom may not necessarily work for you because your income may not be like her income. So no comparison. Find a system. I have plenty of, videos here on this channel regarding personal finance, what I do that works for me. And again, what I do may not work for you necessarily, but like they say, eat the fish, spit out the bones, and do what works for you. And you want to make sure that you know how much money you make, know how much you're bringing in. Now, I don't mean the gross. How much are you netting each paycheck? And each dollar should have a name. When your paycheck hits, you should be able to tell each one of those dollars where to go. Management, how often are you going to be checking? It's one thing to make a budget, but how often are you going to be checking that budget to make sure that you are on course for what you planned out? I would suggest looking at your bank balance each and every day. It takes you 2 seconds to log in and check to see, yep, this went through, I got that, boom, 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 Spend about 5 to 10 minutes each and every day to check, either at the beginning of the day or at the end of the day, to make sure that you are where you need to be financially. And I recommend too, when you go out, have your little cash envelope with your personal spending. That way you don't have to keep swiping or spending money that you've already assigned to do something else with. Last thing with that is debt. Make sure that you are checking your credit reports. This recording, you're still able to pull your credit report free like every day through the annual creditreport.com, and check it. See what is incorrect on there. There are plenty of resources out here on YouTube and on the internet that gives you language, that gives you the resources you need to clear your credit up. And I'm here with you. I'm on that journey as well, on the rise to getting my score up to the excellent mark. So let's do this together, ladies. Area number 3 is one of my favorite, personal development. I wholeheartedly feel and believe that you cannot get through this life without developing yourself personally. You just can't. You have to be reading books. You have to be feeding your mind with good information. You have to be studying. You have to be learning. We need to be lifelong learners. And we cannot be lifelong learners if we are watching reality TV all day or hanging out all the time. Like, you have to have some time set aside each and every day to develop yourself. And what I mean by this is self-growth. You have to grow yourself each and every day. And one of my things is, and this is an example of what I'm doing with you guys, I learned these 8 areas. Now I want to teach them back to you so that you can incorporate this into your life. This has helped me to grow personally. So find those things that help you grow your mind, grow your vocabulary, grow who you are as a person, get rid of old habits. You have to read books, listen to audios, podcasts, positive and productive information that will feed your mind, your body, and your soul. Mentally, emotionally, physically, and spiritually. Those are the 4 areas that are key to personal development. You want to grow spiritually. You want to have some of us are Christians, some of us are Muslims, some of us are Buddhists, some of us are atheists, some of us don't practice, some of us worship the sun, moon, and stars. Whatever it is that fits you, find that thing and spend some time each day getting those moments in to make yourself better, because we all know that we cannot pour from an empty vessel. We have to continually fill our vessels so that we can pour into others. Area number 4 is career. Whether you're trying to climb up the corporate ladder or whether you're a business owner or wanting to start a business, you have to set goals in this area. And in this area, some of the things I wrote down is, how much money do you want to earn? We can't go into these, blind. We have goals and targets that we want to reach. And that starts with, let's just say right now you're earning $50,000 a year. Have a target to double that in the next 12 months. How are you going to double that goal? You can start a side hustle. You can build your skills on your current job to be able to apply for a more senior level. Those are just some examples there, trying to get your wheels spinning. But you have to have a goal, write it down, and then write a plan to get there and then execute. And if you need a mentor, I suggest that you have one. Or if you can't find one like physically in your area, go online. There are plenty of people out on the internet doing whatever it is that you want to do. So I suggest that you get a mentor while you're setting your goals in the area of career and business. The 5th area that you should be setting goals in is relationships. And relationships are your family, your romantic, your friendships, your work, your social, whatever the case may be. There should be some time, some goals set in this area as well. Do you want to have better relationships? Do you want to, evaluate to see who is it that you need to add in or take away? Those people who are constantly withdrawing from you, maybe you need to take a back seat to those folks. Maybe if you are the one doing all of depositing, maybe it's time to find a new circle of friends or acquaintances or associates to help build you up so you don't always feel depleted. When it comes to your romantic relationships, better communication skills, more date nights. Do you guys need to have some time where you're sitting and setting goals together to see what it is, how you can make that relationship better, or what's working, for your relationship? Because oftentimes in relationships, things are working, but you do need that fine tuning. When it comes to your children, are you sitting down having daily conversations with them? Do you know where they are mentally and emotionally? Like, we even have to set time to spend more time with our children because they're growing so rapidly. My daughter sent me a screenshot of us the other night. We were on FaceTime and she captured a moment of us just laughing, having a good time. And that for her, like in that moment, for me, when I received the text, I was like, wow, like I am so glad that I can provide, like give these moments and spend these moments with her. And like, she cherishes those, so it's little things like that that you can do to make things better when it comes to your relationships. So I do recommend that you sit down and write out some areas, some goals in this area as well, because it's very key, because this is how you're going to be fueled as well. For me, I get fuel when I'm alone, but I do need that time where I'm spending time with my family, with, friends, and, having meetings and things. You have to have those times. So set some time aside to build this area up as well. It's very important. This area is self-care. And for me, self-care is, you taking care of your mind, body, and your soul. It's, your physical. But it also, for me, self-care is, again, that learning about yourself. The other night I had a epiphany. Like, I was just laying down and people pleasing just popped into my head. Like literally out of nowhere. And I was compelled to get up and go to YouTube and look at videos of what are people pleasers. And it resonated so wholeheartedly with me that I have been people pleasing. So now what my goal is for the month of May is to really hone in and learn, why am I a people pleaser? Why do I have this disease to please? So again, that's that self-awareness. It's the introspective, the processing of old griefs and circumstances. Those are part of self-care. It's that mental work that you have to do to make sure that you are not only like functioning, but you're in a place to, setting yourself up to thrive. And you have to have those moments. So some of the goals that you could set, maybe purchase a journal and just like start to journal the things that are in your mind. Maybe you can schedule an appointment with a therapist who can help you, kind of sort out some things. Maybe find a group coaching program, which Mommy and Through Life is soon coming with one. But if you like in person, maybe look up some resources through your city or town or your county, and they may have like group coaching for moms or women, whatever the case may be, just to, make sure, or, kind of validate that you're not alone in this. Other people are experiencing some of the same things that you're experiencing as well. So getting that time, having that quiet time. If you can't do it daily, maybe set aside some time once a week to just really kind of sit with yourself and have an understanding of where you are, what is it that you want to do, and what is it going to take for you to get there. Area number 7 is home life. Now, for me, this is very important, because if your home is disarray, then kind of everything in your life is going to kind of like reflect that. So this could be like your physical space, any decor that you want to do, any rearranging of furniture, cleaning things out, decluttering, cleaning up, maybe changing some decor around in your space, getting some new furniture, whatever those home goes, any repairs that you need to do. any refreshing that you want to do for your home. Write these things down and start a project list from it. Trello is one of my favorite tools to use when it comes to projects. I've set up a project. I've been in my apartment for almost a year and it's still not decorated the way that I wanted to. So I've created a project in Trello so that I can kind of step by step break those goals, those big goals down into small chunks to get my home the way that I want. How do you want your home to smell? How do you want it to feel when you walk into it? These are the things that, when we set goals or targets, it's we have to get an understanding of what it is that we want to feel. And if you can feel, like, visualize how it is that you want it to look, visualize the smells, visualize how you want to feel when you walk into your home. Do you want a home of opulence, a home of tranquility, a home of peace? Like, really sit back and visualize that. Then write it down and execute to make that happen. It's not going to just happen by you wanting it. You have to do the work. And I really wholeheartedly believe that when we set these targets for our home, it just helps out every other area of our life, because we feel good. We can think. Things are clear. So that gives us the motivation to be clear, to make things happen. All right. And last but not least is lifestyle. You've done all the work. You've set your goals. You've made things happen with your finances, with your career, with your relationships. Now it's about having fun. How are you going to prioritize free time? What vacations are you going to take? What hobbies are you going to be involved in? Volunteer, get out and give back to the community. This is where you would go ahead and just dive in and just maybe pull out your notebook, your journal, and just brain dump of all the places you like to visit, all of the charities or programs that you would like to volunteer maybe or help out in some way, hobbies that you'd like to get into, maybe some social groups that you'd like to be a part of. Brain dump and get all of that on paper, and then go to your handy dandy Google and see what's in your area that you could be a part of, that you could join. And if it's nothing there, start something. I did. I started me a nonprofit called Sacred Beauty, and I am right here just dwindling along to do what I can to help single moms in my community get to a place where they have a sustainable lifestyle. So again, I'll go through these one more time. If you don't have your journal out, go ahead and jot these down and start the process. Today is the first day of May. It's a new month. Go ahead and set one goal in each area that I've just suggested to you and see where you end in the next 31 days. All right, let's go through this list again. Number 1 is health. Number 2 is finances. Number 3 is personal development. Number 4 is career. Number 5 are your relationships. 6, self-care. 7, home life. And 8, lifestyle. I challenge you to set a goal in each of these areas. Put them down in the comments so that we do hold you accountable. I appreciate you sticking it out with me to the end to get all 8 of these. Thank you so much. It is my mission to make sure that you are mommying through life with ease, because I know this is a difficult journey, but with right resources, with the community, with hope, you can do it. So thank you so much for listening. I appreciate you. Sending you lots of love and light. Until the next time.